Today's color grading challenge is going to be different.
Ooh, that was good. Woo! We are putting prime grade and Kazi's Toolkit through the Ultimate Beginner Challenge. You guys remember my sound recorder, Steven Wilson? Yeah, knows microphones and mixers, but nothing when it comes to editing or color grading. He has 15 minutes on each to grade each shot, and I'm gonna be behind his computer the whole time, but he's gonna have no help for me to actually grade, unless he is completely stuck, and no, he cannot Google it, how to color grade, not unless he wants to waste time. Are you ready for this, Steven?
Yeah, let's do this.
Here we go, guys.
Here we go. Sound guy trying to do color correction.
Let's see if he could do this.
All right. Well, I do know what exposure is. That does not look good.
It didn't. And you can use your checker too, like your color and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're not supposed to help me.
I'm not going to help you.
And I know that as you're sitting there, you're going to be like, you can't do that.
This is extremely hard on me.
So I understand that that's a window back there, so it's going to be a little blown out, I suppose.
Yeah.
I think it's like anything. I mean, it's user friendly. I just think it takes time to get to, as a beginner, kind of play with it a little bit to know what you're doing. Because I'm super novice. You know, I like the tool. I mean, the way it works here is very simple. So I don't know where the danger zones are. I would assume the orange and reds are bad.
Yeah.
But some of it is probably forgivable because we're expecting that to be like that.
Yeah. I mean, and it's all up to, subjective.
But I feel like everything else is getting a little dark. I don't know what flare is. Let's see what that does.
That's
what I like about it.
You got 30 seconds left.
Okay. Well, that's about all I got right there for you.
And there is Pixel Tools. Do you think that this will be a good tool if you are like a total beginner?
If we're coming in brand new, off the board, first time in DaVinci Resolve. I'm trying to learn about nodes and all that. So there's a huge learning curve here, I mean, I know the basics of color, exposure, red, green, blue, that kind of stuff I've played with, of course, like in Photoshop and different things like those programs. I think the more programs try to keep things similar, so we're not having to relearn a whole thing. Actually, I got a perfect example of this. I, for the first time, drove a Tesla car the other day, and Tesla decided to reinvent the machine, which I didn't like because for my whole life, I've been learning how to do a turn signal, and everything. So in a similar way, I think it's good that these programs try to keep things similar, whether you're Adobe or you're DaVinci, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we don't want to have to relearn the wheel, per se. So when programs do that, it can get complicated.
First impressions, and I can see, obviously, moments where you struggled a lot. Honest, if you guys were in his spot right now, though, would you be lost, or is this looking easier to you? Drop it in the comments so we know. And before we jump into Kazi's Toolkit, I want to tell you why this first tool is such a big deal. Pixel Tools is built by Jason Bodock, a working colorist in LA. His goal is to make pro-level tools that do not feel intimidating. Prime Grade, though, is their flagship, and split tone is a hidden weapon for giving your footage a cinematic feel without wrecking the mid-gray. I have used them on my own projects, and I absolutely do love the results that I get, but I do think they could do more and offer more value by offering instructional videos. Pixel Tools gave me a code for 10% off if you guys want to try it. And Kazi, well, he gave me $50 off his toolkit. And if this challenge ends up helping you decide, hit that like button so I know to do more like it. All right, so let's do a fresh start here and work with Kazi's toolkit. So I'm gonna give you 2 of Kazi's things on his toolkit, the color compressor and Look DNA. Now, Look DNA, it still has a lot of sliders, but it is pretty well laid out. And he also has presets available, and timer is gonna start now.
All right. All right, let me see if I can get familiar with Kazi's toolkit here. I can see we've got some blacks. I don't know what knits are, so I can understand that. So I see I've got blacks, I've got undertones, I've got mids and highlights.
Yep.
And whites. Okay, I'm just breaking it up in my head to start. That seems very clear. Undertones, highlights, whites, lumens, I suppose. I don't know. Curve, blend, balance. I think as a beginner, I would like more beginning settings. I don't know, you know? This is very detailed. Now, does this one also have meters?
No, this one doesn't. You'd have to go into another Kazi's toolkit to do it.
Mm-hmm. And that would be another thing you'd have to add to a node? Mm-hmm. And you'd have to go back and forth between them?
Yeah.
I liked the one in Pixel Tools that told me I was good or bad.
Yeah, and you can add another node and actually do that with Kazi's toolkit.
I think for a beginner, it would be nice to have something kind of all in one, you know? Maybe this seems very detailed, you know? Which I know as a colorist, you need all those controls. But for a beginner, if it was me, I'd want something more simplified, you know? With everything kind of on one page, maybe, you know, like a fast meter to tell me the basics, you know, your overexposed skin tones, right? To kind of keep me in a safe world.
Yeah.
You know, for a beginner, so I don't screw something up too bad.
All right, so time is stopping. You're at 15 minutes.
Oh. All right, there you have it.
And you didn't even get to the main grade or anything.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to learn that thing.
If you had to pick between the two to learn and actually use on your own, which one would it be? Would it be something on Kazi's toolkit, or would it be?
I feel like just from what I did just now, I felt like I was able to get around in Pixel Tools a little easier. But that is not to say that Kazi stuff, you know, I mean, there's similar ways to use it. There was less on the page, I think.
Yeah.
On Pixel Tools, and I really did like those meter things on the front. And this is coming from somebody that knows absolutely nothing. I think with any software, it takes getting used to.
Yeah.
And the more you play with it, the better you're going to get at it.
Exactly.
But just from a sit down right now, coming in green, Pixel Pixel Tools, right?
Yeah.
Pixel Tools was easier for me to use than Kazi's Toolkit.
You heard it from the beginner, guys. You know, he decided to use Prime Grade from Pixel Tools because it just had a little bit more leniency coming from a beginner's perspective, and it had everything in one place for him versus so many things, so many dials to actually learn from a beginner. Hey, but if you guys want to grab it, remember that we have those codes in the description and the pinned comment below. And if you want to see more challenges, make sure you are subscribed, because next week I am taking you guys with me to Phoenix, Arizona as a solo filmmaker. I am going to be showing you exactly what gear I pack, how I travel light, and how I shoot a complete project with no crew. It's kind of a crazy, crazy adventure. Yeah, it's going to be one, and I want you guys there for it.